Friends, good morning everybody. Today is 12th January. Now it is 5:28 a.m. Today I am going to speak on America's president, ex-president Barack Obama. Obama's inaugural address 20th January 2009. My fellow citizens, I stand here today humbled by the task before us, grateful for the trust you have bestowed, mindful of sacrifices borne by our ancestors. I thank President Bush for his service to our nation as well as generosity and cooperation he has shown throughout his transition. 44th Americans have now taken the presidential oath. The words have been spoken during rising tides of prosperity and still waters of peace, yet every show often the oath is taken amidst gathering clouds, ragging storms. At this moment, America has carried on not simply because of skill or vision of those high office, but because we the people have remained faithful to the ideas of our forebears and true to our founding documents. So it has been so. It must be with this generation of Americans that we are the means of crisis is now well understood. Our nation at war against far-reaching network of violence and hatred, our economy is badly weakened and the consequences of great irresponsibility on the part of some, but also our collective failure to make hard choices and prepare the nation for a new age. Homes have been lost, jobs saved, business shuttered, our healthcare is too costly, our school fail too many. Each day bring further evidence that the way we use energy, strengthen and adversaries and threaten our planet. These are the indicators of crisis subject to data statistics list measurable but no less profound is shaping of confidence across our land. Nagging fear that American decline is inevitable and that the next generation must lower its sights. Today I saw, today I say to you that challenges we face are real, they are serious, they are many. They will not made easily or short span of time, but known this America, they will be met. On this day, we gathered because we have chosen hope over fear, unity of purpose over conflict and discord. On this day, we come to proclaim the end of petty grievances and false promises and recriminations and worn out dogmas that far too long have strangled our politics. We remain a young nation, but the words of scripture, the time has come to set aside childish things. The time has come to reaffirm our enduring spirit, to choose our better history, to carry forward that precious gift, that noble ideas passed on from generation to generation. The God given promises that all are equal, all are free, and all deserve a chance to pursue their full measure of happiness. In reframing the greatness of our nation, we understand that greatness is never a given, it must be earned. Our journey never been one shortcut of setting for less. It has not been path for faith hatred, for those who prefer leisure over work, seek or seek only the pleasures of riches and fame. Rather, it has been the risk takers of doers, the makers of things, some celebrated, but more often men and women obscure their labor, who have carried up the long, rugged path towards prosperity and freedom. For us, they packed up few worldly procession and traveled across ocean in search of new life. For us, they trolled the sweet shops and settled the west, endured the lash of whip and powdered hard earth. For us, they fought and died, and places like Concord and Gettysburg, Normandy, and Kisan, time and again these men and women struggled and sacrificed and worked till their hands were sore, so that we might live a better life. They saw America as bigger than the sum of our individual ambitions, greater all the differences of birth or wealth or faction. This is the journey we continue today. We remain the most prosperous, powerful nation on earth. Our workers are no less productive than when this crisis began. Our minds are no less inventive. Our goods, our services no less needed than they were last week, last month, or last year. Our capacity remain undiminished, but our time of standing path of protecting narrow interest and putting off unpleasant decisions, that time has surely passed. Stating today, we must pick ourselves up, dust ourselves off, and begin again the work of remaking America. For everywhere we look, there is work to be done. The state of the economy calls for action, bold and swift. Will act, not only create new jobs, but to lay a new foundation for growth. We will build the roads, bridges, and the electric grids and the digital lines that feed our commerce and bind us together. We will restore science to its rightful place and will technologies wonders and raise healthcare's quality and lower its cost. We will harness sun and the winds of the soil, fuel our cars and the meet demands in new ways. All we can do and all this will do. Now there are some questions that scale our ambitions, who suggest that our system cannot tolerate too many big plans. Their memories are short, for they have forgotten that this country has already done. They free men no man can achieve. The imagination is joined to common purpose and necessity to courage. What the cynics fail to understand is that the ground has shifted beneath them, that the state political arguments that have consumed us for long no longer apply. The question as we ask today is not whether our government is too big or too small, but whether it works, whether it helps families find jobs at a distant ways, care they can afford, retirement that can dignified. Where the answer is yes, we intend to move forward. Where the answer is no, programs will end, and those of us who manage that public dollar will be held account to spend wisely, reform bad habits, and do our business in the right day, because only then they can restore the vital trust between the people and the government. Nor is the question before us whether the market is in force for good or ill. Its power to generate wealth and expand freedom, its